For years, Craig Melvin and Lindsay have been admired as one of American television's most grounded, quietly extraordinary couples. He is the warm, charismatic Today Show anchor whose smile has become a familiar part of millions of households. And she is the accomplished sports journalist and broadcaster whose confidence and heart have carried her across some of the biggest stages in modern sports. Together, they've built a family, a reputation for grace, and a life that seems remarkably steady in a world that often celebrates chaos. But behind the polished broadcasts and the bright studio lights, something much deeper was happening. Something Craig carried quietly for years, until Lindsay finally encouraged him to face it. A truth that even those closest to him never fully saw. While the public assumed Craig's calm, dependable presence came naturally, that he was simply a man who had found balance through family and career, Lindsay revealed that the reality was far more complicated. She explained that long before the couple welcomed their children, long before Craig became one of morning television's most trusted voices, he faced a turning point he kept deeply private. It was not a career strategy. It was not a midlife transition. It was something deeply personal, tied to identity, purpose, and the man he hoped to become. Craig Melvin's private struggle. Lindsay describes Craig as a man who carries more emotional weight than most people realize. Behind the easy humor, the heartfelt interviews, and the polished professionalism, she says he battled a quiet inner conflict for years, and it had nothing to do with celebrity, spotlight, or pressure from the job. This was about who he was and who he wanted to be. When Lindsay finally spoke about Craig's hidden decision, she revealed that he had deliberately stepped back from certain ambitions long before viewers noticed. He turned away from trajectories that might have led to bigger fame or more aggressive career moves, choosing instead to focus on meaning, intention, and the legacy he wanted to leave behind for his family. The moment that changed everything. According to Lindsay, this turning point came at a time when Craig was at the height of professional momentum. Offers were coming in, opportunities were expanding, but Craig was restless in a way he couldn't fully articulate. She says he began to question whether the pace of his work, the constant visibility, and the expectations placed upon him were pulling him away from the life he truly wanted to build, one defined not just by achievement, but by presence, by showing up for his children, by making peace with chapters of his past, by living with emotional clarity rather than external pressure. Lindsay revealed that Craig made the decision to shift his life long before he spoke about it publicly. And what made the moment powerful was that Craig acted not from fear, but from purpose. Why he kept it a secret. Lindsay explains that Craig withheld this truth because he didn't want to disappoint the people he relied on. Years of being the steady, trustworthy face on television meant he carried enormous expectations. He feared being misunderstood. He feared letting others down. He feared the judgment that often comes when a public figure chooses a quieter, more intentional path. And so he shared the secret with only one person, Lindsay, when he finally felt she deserved the full truth. How the decision strengthened their marriage. Lindsay says that Craig's honesty marked a profound turning point in their relationship. It was the moment she understood the deepest layers of the man she married. Craig didn't choose his new direction to escape something, but to protect the life they were building together. And for her, that decision said everything.